You ready to Leadership Corner, Meg?
Always ready for some Leadership Corner, Amy.
All right, here we go. I've watched several senior executives at my company let go recently, people I admire who were, by my measure, doing the job really well. Now I'm being asked to step into one of those roles. I don't see what I have that they didn't, and I'm not sure I can handle the pressure. I think I'd rather excel at my current level. What should I do?
I'm very cautious when I get asked these kinds of questions because I'm mindful of the fact that not everybody has the same ambitions that I have, or maybe even the same priorities. So I try to be very careful. So first off, the fact that you're having to pick up the pieces is hard. Just acknowledging that matters. I would tend to want to challenge you on your perspective that you don't have the same level of skill or the same value to add. I tend to think that stretch opportunities are worth taking. Again, this is me putting some of my own ambitions and values into play, but I actually think that it's useful to take a swing and learn in that moment versus self-selecting to step back. You can bench test your assumptions versus deciding ahead of time that you're not cut out for it. I tend to want to take the role of giving you a nudge to believe in yourself versus giving you permission to step back. Because I think that the opportunity for learning when you're given a nudge, even if you do it for a while and then realize, no, it's not for me. Betting on yourself is something that I'm all about. So I would like to see you bet on yourself. And even if betting on yourself is, hey, I don't want to do the job, I totally respect that. As long as the reason you don't want to do the job is because you see yourself thriving in a different path versus you're not sure you can do the job. If it's truly you're just having some imposter syndrome and you don't have full confidence you can do the job, that tells me you should give it a try and figure out what else do you need to do, because putting yourself in a situation you have to grow into is the best catalyst for growth that you can have. So I would encourage you to believe in yourself, give it a go, see what you can do, and test whether you really are capable of stepping into that level. And maybe even have a conversation with who's tapping you for this role and say, hey, I recognize people in the past have struggled in this role. Help me understand why you want me to step into this role and how I might be able to have a different outcome. So use it as an opportunity to bring some more information towards you and maybe even give you a little bit more confidence. But in general, if in doubt, my vote is to give you a shove and to say, bet on yourself, give it a go. Worst case, doesn't work out, you're back to what you would have done anyway.
Yeah, I love what you're saying about getting the clarity from the hiring leader. And this gets back a little bit to the Leadership Corner conversation we had with Han a couple months back in terms of really setting yourself up for success and understanding fully what is it that this leader is looking for in the next leader. So I like that a lot. I want to kind of reiterate is there a lot to learn in this role? Would it give you energy? And that's a tricky one because a lot of the times it's going to be an energy drain, especially if there are a lot of pressures in politics and that sort of thing. But are there elements of it that would give you energy? If the answer is that there's nothing to learn, no energy, then of course not. But those are big pieces. And so if there's clarity and there's something to learn and something to be gained from this, and you're still feeling a lot of doubts and fear, I would embark on the exercise of what's the worst that could happen. And really getting pretty thorough with that, write it all out or think it all the way through. Like, okay, the worst that could happen is in 6 months, they fire my ass and I'm out. And what does that mean? What does that mean for your bank account? What does that mean for your family? What does that mean for your future job prospects? Fully think through and imagine, what does life look like with this worst case scenario? And can I live with that? Would I actually be better off for it? As long as I have the right mindset of this could happen and it would be fine. The worst thing actually is to not think through that, to take a job or not, and to be completely oblivious to what could happen and get to the end and actually get let go and be devastated about it. So that's what I have to say, Meg.
Yeah. And I just like reinforce, we believe that just the fact that you're asking the question means that you would do a great job no matter which choice you take. I'm a big believer in sometimes just making a decision and then make that decision right is the best plan. So whatever decision you take, I want you to feel good about it. And I want you to feel very clear that you took that choice on purpose.
Jess was a marvel, as we would have expected. So fun to chat with Jess.
Talk about just like somebody that's impressive on every possible level. I just adore how authentic Jess shows up in everything she does. And I think you're going to see a trend. Meg is really drawn to people who embody their entire value to the world unapologetically. And I think Jess just fits that bill perfectly.
Well, what another great episode, Meg. Well done.
This brings me so much joy. Thank you, everyone, for helping to get us more subscribers. We appreciate it. We love all of the feedback, and we appreciate all the Leadership Corner challenges you're giving us. So please keep that up, and let's invent the future together, everyone. I believe in us.
Let's make every day count.